post-combat for the Allies, and we were going to the sustainment phase. And the other ones I see out there with their fly undone out in the open is old Custer. But we think he can avoid the sustainment phase by blowing a much-needed supply train. So I'll flip that 2 over to a 1, signifying that he's spent his supply to stay out in the open outside of Mexico City and still have some food and ammunition. We'll get him straightened up and be right back. Alright, so Custer and his men all sustained and ready to go. We are going to go to the Imperial Phase. It will be the Imperial Event Phase. And rolling on the event table for the Imperial with a 5. Alright, let's see what we got here. Crisis in Europe. Ain't sounding good for the Imperials, is it? Imperial player cannot recruit French combat units this turn. Alright, back here we get only a +2. The old Destiny, our luck of the draw, is not going the Imperial way. Alright, let's see what else we go on here. It's been a while since I played this game. I gotta jump from rules to rules. Events, action point determination. Allied event table. Let me see here. Alright, here we go. Action point determination. Imperial leaders on the map and controlled fortresses. So it doesn't matter to them as it does to these guys about ports. So these guys are key on ports for the Allies. These are key on fortresses for the Imperials. And luckily for the Imperials, they got a lot more fortresses. So let's count up their leaders here. We have 1, 2 leaders in this spot. Let's see here. Imperials. 3 leaders. 4 leaders. 4 leaders, 4 leaders, 4 leaders. That's all they have on the board is 4 leaders. Alright, let me see here. We count it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. That looks about right. Alright, so they will get a action point for the leaders. I'll give them a 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll get the 6. And then they have 1 for each fortress. 1 fortress, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, that's it. That's just a port up there. No fortresses. Alright, 1. Oops. 2, 3, 4. The dual ports here of old Puebla in Mexico City. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they'll get an extra 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 11 action points for the Imperials this round. Ouch. We have to either get some of these eliminated leaders back on the boards, or we got our maximum. We haven't lost any fortresses, so it's just a matter of getting some leaders on the board, and getting a lucky event. That event could have helped. All right, that will be it for the action point determination phase. Get that light out of there. Imperial player, blah, 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 the Imperial action track, recruit. Who can re-recruit? We'll be right back. Alright, so the Imperial player cannot recruit French combat units this turn because they're needed. Urgent appointment elsewhere over in Europe. We do have some units here in the staging area, but they can't be brought on unless we control some Caribbean ports or the Caribbean Sea, unless we have naval supremacy, which the Allies have. So that's kind of a bite, what. So it looks like the only thing we can do is recruit Belgian Confederados or Mexican Imperial units. And we got to look and see if we want to do any offensive operations. Just looking at the board, it's been a while since I've been down here. I'm going to look here, enjoy the evening, some strategy, some videos on YouTube. Probably No Enemies Here has got his weekly. I'm a little bit behind. I think he said he recorded on Thursday. So, it be the weekend. Weekend made for wargaming. We'll be back. Alright, I think what I'm going to do for the Imperials is just stock up. Unfortunately for them, they don't have many action points. We're going to spend 3 for our Bulgarian composite infantry cavalry veteran brigade, and we'll spend another 3 on a Mexican Imperial composite veteran brigade. We'll spend 2 on supply and 3 on tactics, but I believe I'm going to have to put one of these back. So that'll be a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have a total of 11. So that'll give us 1 action point left, and I have use for that. But other than that, we aren't going to move. I got to figure out how to put these on the board and where they can arrive at, what the criteria and restrictions will be. But if there are none and I can put them on the board, I'm going to go ahead and put them on the board. I'll let you see where I end up and what I do with my 1 remaining action point. We'll be back. All right, well, unfortunately, any European units are going to have to go in the staging area. The staging area is shut down for naval superiority, so I'm going to go ahead and not recruit me a European unit. And we'll switch him out with a brigade of veteran Confederados cavalry. Well, how much will that be? I think all. Oh, veteran infantry brigade regiment, veteran regular composite brigade regiment. That's not a composite, that's cavalry. Veteran cavalry brigade 3. Okay, we're good. Veteran cavalry brigade regiment 3. Okay, so that'll be it. Let me see where I can deploy, and I'll be right back. My deployment of units is as follows. I'm going to put 1 unit in there in Monterey Fortress. Old Early is supplied out the yin yang, and I don't know. He's got 2, 3. He's got 5 supply. And I don't know if I thought those were just 1s to put those in there, but that seems like an awful lot for him to have. But the Confederate cavalry is going to join early, and all the other Confederates. Well, not all the other ones. Another Confederate cavalry. They're at Cuartero. Okay, the fortress at Cuartero, whatever we'll call it. So they'll get a cavalry. That'll be straighten them up later. The other units can't be put in spaces and spots that are in zones of control, so I can't reinforce Bazine or Pueblo. I guess that's what it is, Puebla. My other unit will go down here. My Mexican Imperial veteran composite will go to Veracruz along with the another supply units. That's where those 2 will go. Supply here, or did I give them supply? I don't know. Anyway, that's what I did. I'll be back. All right, we got it all straightened out now. Everybody's in their spots. I want to show you early though, if I can get zoomed in on him. He's got quite the setup. He's there with 1 Shelby Brigade Cavalry veteran unit and a scouting unit. Thing goes 7, so he's got some good cavalry there. He's got some Belgian veterans. He's got 4 and 5 supply. He's supplied at the hilt, and he's got his garrison all here at the fortress of Querétaro. Let's Querétaro, I guess, closest I can come to it. Oh my God. You have to know how to pronounce to play war games. Hey, I was absent that day, they taught. Oops. Foreign languages. Alright, well, we're going to get him straightened out. That's the situation down here. I'll be back with my action point expenditures. Alright, before we spend action points, I have to remind myself we bought these tactics markers. So now the old Imperial's got himself some tactics markers, and all of his units got some good supply for a combat shift, so they should be ready to make the stand. All right, now for my last action point, I will do a march, and the march will just consist of my lone unit out here in the jungle. He needs to get in, or else I'll have to check for subsistence. So he's just going to move one into Veracruz. He'll join a composite veteran Imperial Mexican unit, 2 supply, and a fortress garrison. There you go. That's just how that is done. You gotta go through the administration before you can get to the fun combats. Can't be combat all the time. Gotta get your combats in where you can. Alright, we will look and see where we're at here. We'll be right back. For the Imperial sustainment phase, there's nobody left out in the open. I just put my cavalry on in there with my last action point. So now we will be down to the end of turn phase. We'll turn the marker to turn number 8. That was quick. That was a fast game. It's almost done, and we gotta check out victory points. So I'll have to look and see what the victory points are for. But somebody better make a move. We better check victory point totals real quick and get on with it, because this game only lasts, well, it lasts 9 turns, and we had to start at turn 5 or 4 because of game mechanics. But yeah, it's just quick. We'll have to look on here. It might not be a good news for the allied player. We'll be back with the in the turn phase. We'll come back to the naval supremacy phase, the all-important naval supremacy phase. Be back.